Howdy y'all, thank you for joining us today for this unboxing of a Kickstarter from AEG, Rolling Heights. It is a John DeClaire game, I did not know that. I mean, I'm usually just buy AEG, I like their quality, and then this one kind of interests me and we're going to see it here. First we'll talk about, it is a game that takes about 60 minutes to play, 1 to 4 players for ages 10 plus. And this one, you roll your meeples. So supposedly you roll your meeples, and depending on how they end up is going to determine what you can do. So it sounded interesting to me. Plus, like I said, AEG typically is a company that, whether it's one of my favorite games or not, I always will say they always have good games. I enjoy all their games. It's just some aren't for me. But the quality alone is always amazing for AEG. One of the things I always tell people, like, you can always be assured you're going to get a good quality game, and it's at least going to be good. So, but this looks interesting, and there's a lot. As I say that, I say good. There's a lot of AEG games I really do like, so I'm not bashing AEG by any means. This is a Kickstarter edition, so we should have some Kickstarters in here, which we do. We have a Kickstarter promo pack, the Waterfront Properties and World's Fair expansion. We'll take a closer look at that. And then we have another Kickstarter promo pack that says The Designer and Angry Ape Micro Expansion. Oh, great. An Angry Ape. Sounds great. All right. We have Solo Rules, which feels like it's just one page. Then we have the rulebook. And it looks like it's not all that complicated. It's had the components on the front. We got setup here, and I'm not showing both pages, I'm just showing you so you can kind of see the layout of the rule book. So we got the setup, and then we get into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so about 7 pages with scoring. Then we have some building clarifications, add clarifications, target clarifications. Okay. A lot of stuff in here. We got, looks like some boxes, but I've got a feeling, because I kind of saw it in the rule book, this is going to be the buildings, and you're going to be rolling inside the buildings. And maybe you have some buildings that you're rolling in, some you aren't. There's those. No, I bet you actually you roll it. I bet you this is one per player. That makes sense to me. All right, then we have, I can't think of what they're called, but I remember having them as a kid, or seeing them around as a kid. They almost look like single, I'm not going to pull them out, but they almost look like just single little Legos. It looks like you're going to be stacking these. Making sure that's well closed. But you can see there's a bag of these in clear, brown, blue, and gray. And orange, translucent. Yeah. And these look like maybe the tops to those, because they have the segments in the bottom, but then they don't have anything going out the top. So yellow, green, black, and purple. Then we have a bag of colorful meeples, which are plastic meeples, which, okay, that answers a question someone at the shop already asked me was, are they going to be wooden, and would you be worried that you're going to damage your wooden meeples? Well, they're not wooden, they're plastic. So there we go. Some baggies. I want to say dice, but surely they're not going to have dice that we have to sticker up. That'd be annoying. But they're all blank on each side. And then we have this 2-segment board. Which I'm wondering if this is, it's a scoreboard for sure, because we see the victory points around the outside and around the outside. But maybe this is like a worker placement area. Oh, it shows. Well, if your meeples lay, like we're looking at this yellow one, if your meeple's laying on its side, you gain 1, but if it's standing up, you gain 2, and it's a yellow meeple. So depending on the meeples you have and you roll, seems pretty cool. And I'm assuming the rest of this is going to be all cardboard and squares for the layout of the map. Let's see. So on the back, it said level 1s and 2s. I'm assuming first player marker probably. Oh, trying not to get stuff punched out yet. That way I could do it at the shop where I got some baggies. Somehow ran out of baggies at the house. Well, they got baggies right here. So I can actually go ahead and bag this up and clean up the cardboard. Well, there's one of these per player, I'm assuming. Because it looks like there's little spots for you to put your squares on. And now I'm noticing if you look at a closer look at these squares, it looks like they got colors on there and numbers. So I'm wondering if that's levels of the colors of the those Legos we kind of saw. Oh, I only see more than 4 of these, so I guess I was wrong about that. Oh, yep. So I tried to flip that and everything just fell out. Well, I didn't show the other side of that either. Hey. All right, let me show you that while I'm picking that back up. I tossed it into the lid over there. But we got the parks. Oh. Yeah, this is already going to fall apart as I'm trying to show it to you. So maybe the way they are is so that you could do a layout different every time as you're building the city. I did notice A and B on each of the maps. And then levels on the building or on the squares, so probably the level of the building. These all say level 1. Let me flip them over. Well, they all say level 1. And then I'll give a closer look at each of the buildings. Because we're almost done here. And then we'll go look at those Kickstarter promos. Which I didn't notice anything that said that this was the Kickstarter. So I'm just going to have to tell my people if they decide to buy the one, because we have an extra one at the shop right now, to let them know that it does have Kickstarter promos in it. Nothing I noticed on the back says Kickstarter, so... Alright, let's look at that Designer and Angry Ape micro expansion, which it looks like it just has some extra square tiles and an ape meeple. If I can figure out how to open it. There it is. So there's some extra level 2 and level 1 buildings. And I'll hold on there a little bit more. Actually, I'll give a closer look. That way you can know if you want to go out of your way to get these promos if you get one that doesn't have the Kickstarter. And then we just have a plastic Angry Ape meeple. And that was the Designer and Angry Ape micro expansion. And then the next one we're going to look at is the Waterfront Properties and World's Fair expansion. Which it feels like there's 2 things of cardboard here. Probably one the waterfront and the other the World's Fair. So, as you can see there, 3 level 2s and level 1s. This says it is the World's Fair building tiles. Then we have level 2 and level 1s. And this is the Waterfront Properties. And I guess I could have looked. It says it right there. There are rules on the back of each of these. And I'll show the Angry Ape Smash, a mini Rolling Heights to play at the end of a regular game. Oh, so it's not something that adds in. It's a little mini Rolling Heights game. So I guess after you build your cities, you're going to play a little mini game with Angry Ape. Yeah, you play a little mini game destroying your city. Seeing if the Angry Ape can destroy the city. Alright. Sounds cool. Or the other way around, you don't want the Angry Ape to destroy the city. Alright. Well, get this all punched and try it out. See what it's all about. Thank you for watching and have a great day.